We are here in Ocean Shores, Washington State, where we're going to show you around Oceana Campground. Believe it or not, there's more Wi-Fi connection out here on the beach than there is in the campground. Nikita and I had a great day at the beach, but it's time to get back and see what Fred's got cooking.
All right, when you got no internet, with your Verizon, with your T-Mobile, and your AT&T, there's one course left, Starlink. So, we got a Starlink. Look how tiny it is. Starlink Mini, that's right. Well, we have a minivan. I've already tested it out, wired it all together, and no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up on the roof. Now you wanna point this thing west, so, well, north, northwest, something like that. We'll align it after it fires up, but we gotta plug it in next. So we just run the cable right there and put it in this way. Pretty darn watertight. I wouldn't drive around with it like that, though. Ooh. All right, so we fired up the Starlink app, and as you can see here, probably can't see it too good, I'll fix that, it's aligned. I don't even have to align it, because I aligned the van when I pulled it in. So, and you can just take it and turn it with your finger to get it pointed in the proper direction. So we're good to go. And now, of course, you got to have the obligatory speed test. So there we go. It does seem to be a little bit on the slow side for uploads. I don't care what the numbers say. If you use the normal app I use, speed test, if you use that, it'll give a little different numbers. It usually won't be as high. So that's what all my testing will be done with. Now the reason the Starlink Mini is really good for van life is I don't have to put any holes in the van to get an Ethernet cable through or a power cable or anything like that. But so the Wi-Fi is built in, so you can use that Wi-Fi direct. It's up on the roof, all over the van, it'll be fine. So all the computers and phones and iPads and all that stuff, we get this great signal and split it up amongst them. I can also feed it into the Wi-Fi Ranger Sky and also disseminate that to the hardware, you know, that's hardwired in there. Now you can get, there's an Ethernet cable you can get for it. That's quote unquote waterproof, but I'm good like this. I mean, 100 MIPS, okay, I think I can survive. It's certainly a lot better than what anything else is going on around here, so. We're loving it. When I leave here, I'll probably put it in pause though, because I'm cheap.
We couldn't get any service with all our others, or limited, very limited.
Very limited, we're ruining the end. There was no T-Mobile. Verizon had a good signal, but it would drop out about every 10 minutes. And reset, everything had to be reset. And then, so AT&T running about 3 to 4 megabits per second. It's just as, basically it's the same price as my hotspots. And, you know, if I don't turn on the service, if I pause the service, then I don't have to, you know, pay 150 bucks. I do have the $50 plan, which is like 50 gigs, and then you pay $1 a gig after that. Probably not bad, but I want to see how much I use. Because we've been using a lot, because we got really good Wi-Fi, so why not use it? And I paid the 150 this month. So, hey, thanks, Elon. Appreciate it.
One of our favorite parts of staying on the coastal area is walking to the beach. On the beach trail, there are even some tent sites. Now, this site will make you feel like you're camping in the woods. The pathway leading to the beach is a little bit sandy, a little bit of gravel and dirt, and you can get your bicycle down here. You'll find just a little bit of color as you walk down the beach path. So what is that? That's taking some nectar off there. Between the campground and the beach, you'll discover a dog waste station. If you look off to the left and off to the right, you'll find some beautiful grassy sand dunes. No matter what time of year it is, Washington has these lovely overcast skies. There's a few sunny days here and there. You can see people hiking back from the beach to the campground. You never know when you climb up one of these sandhill paths what you may find. Our pathway opens right onto the beach. If you go for a long walk on the beach, look for the 2 poles with the little red flags to find your way back to the campground. If you want to get out of the hot weather and the hustle and bustle of city life, come up to the PNW, walk the nice Pacific coastline, and you'll stay really cool. We're taking advantage of this beach on a sunny day. Nikita and I found a sand dollar. It's gorgeous today. And she wants to be let go. She wants to be let off the leash. How's this for a little fun? Riding the bicycle on the beach. Nikita likes to run on the beach. She can go pretty fast. Look how far out that tide is today. Not far from Oceana, you can access the beach with your vehicle at the Ocean City State Park access. There are no signs saying you need your Discovery Pass to enter the Ocean Beach access. Free access to the beach. There is no overnight camping here though. That is the furthest I've seen her in the water. So Peyton started some mint for me. I've already cut some large pieces off of it and it's growing really fine out here. She even chose the pot yellow because it's one of my favorite colors. Red's my very favorite. You'll enter Oceana straight off of Highway 109. On your right, before you get to the ranger station, you'll see a small row of RVs. That's for long-term parking. You will be emailed a gate code in case the ranger's not in the station. Your gate code will change once you check in. There are 2 entries on each side of the ranger station. One is for check-ins. The other one is for registered guests. If you come when the ranger station is closed, you can go through the registered guest station. And that was Carl waving at us. He's been a load of information. So once you check in, you will always use the gate on the left side. As you can see from the map, this is a smaller campground. It has 100 sites. It's divided into 3 sections. Your first section is up front. It's the only section that you will find full hookups. The section in the middle and the section at the end have water and electric only. The full hookups are close to the road, as you can hear. At the front of the park, you're going to find the dump station. It's on the road as you are headed out the exit. This is Site 4. It can hold a maximum length of 35 foot. Site 4 is a back-end site, graveled. These sites do have smaller yards, but do come with a picnic table. If you check in after hours, you'll find your package in the box to the left. This is a gated campground, and you will have to put a code in to come through. The office is found in a little trailer right above the ranger station. It's super cute. Someone's taken an awful lot of time planting and taking care of these beautiful flowers. A little bird told me if you go bright and early in the morning on the beach, you can collect crabs. You can only keep the males and you can have about 6 of them. And they have special places for you to clean your fish and crabs here. Just maybe I'll get up bright and early one morning when the tide's low and the sun's hardly up and see if I can get a few crabs for Fred and myself. Your tent area up front is very well manicured. It's numbered and comes with a picnic table. If you're up front, there is a small electrical hookup that I've found some people have been using. At the front of the park, you're going to find the laundry room and clubhouse. If you're having difficulty getting Wi-Fi, this is also the spot you might want to come to and hook up to the free Wi-Fi. If you need to drive up to the clubhouse and laundry room, there is a little parking area right in front. There is a code that you need to use to get into the clubhouse and laundry room. It's the same code as your gate code. They have a comfy area where you can watch TV. and a fireplace that you can turn on in the chilly evenings. And no matter what time of year here, I promise you, it gets chilly in the evenings. And there are 2 shelves. One is lined with a variety of books. The other shelf has games and puzzles that you can take out and play. Really nice if it's a rainy day. If you like to play chess, they have a glass chessboard here. They also have brochures. So if you're looking for something to get into around the area, come up to Clubhouse, look through the brochures and see if you can find something pretty neat. There is a sliding glass door that you can go from the laundry room to the clubhouse. Inside the laundry room, you're going to find 2 washing machines. They are CSC Pay brand. They cost the weird round of money of $2.29. There are 2 dryers here for $2.29 each. That will buy you 60 minutes of dry time. There's a table for folding clothes and a basket for transferring your clothes. There's also a TV and a fireplace in this area. They do receive packages here at Oceana, and they're free of charge. If you want a package, you'll fill out the acceptance form, you'll turn it into the ranger station, and they'll call you when your package arrives. As you're driving towards the back of the campground, in the middle, you'll see a few spots off to the left. On the right in the middle section, you'll also find some pull-through sites, as well as some long-term annuals to enter one way and exit the other. These are the pull-through sites in the middle. They have electric and water. It's just starting to fill up. It's been full on the weekends and kind of not so much on the weekdays. The back bridge will take you to the final portion of the campground, and it's a little quieter back there. So actually, as you can see, there's a bridge heading to the back. These spaces are bigger and allow for more room. The bridge crosses over a small body of water. I've seen a lot of people fishing here. Shh. I'm going to tell you a little secret. You can fish here all you want to, but you're not going to catch any fish. From what I've heard, this little river is controlled by the ocean tide. Won't catch any fish here because there's none to be caught. However, you can put a small boat and paddle your way to the ocean, which is pretty cool too. You'll find picnic tables on the bank of the river on each side. Once you cross the bridge, you're going to find the back section of the park. This is our favorite section. I really love this section because it's close to the beach access. There's a one-way road that loops around the middle where there are back-in sites. There's room on the outside edge where the bigger rigs can back into the tree line. There are a few tent sites right up next to the river. There are 2 horseshoe pits here, and you will see people playing the game. You'll find your horseshoes either in the sand or hanging on the backboard. There is a dog park here if you need to let your dog off leash. It's a great little area. Nikita loves to run inside these. Used to be, she would sit at the gate and just watch for someone to come and play with her. Now she'll take her turn and run around the area, which is pretty nice. The spots are kind of small. It's nice to know that they have overflow parking if you need to park your truck or car. Give you more yard room. Back in the back, there's an elevated field where you can walk your dog or play games, pass the football, whatever you think you want to do. There are steps that allow you easier access onto the elevated field. On the map, you'll find this labeled the activity area. A little playground area to keep the kids occupied. If you're into volleyball, they have a little court back here. Over this past winter, I've learned that I prefer water volleyball. There are a few tent sites at the very back of the campground. This will give you easy access to the path to the beach. There's a small fish cleaning station at the very back of the campground. It's not as nice as the one at the front of the campground, but it is closer to the beach access and right next to the dumpster. Welcome home, Mommy. Did you say welcome? Well, thank you. Glad to be home too. I missed you as well. Thank you for waiting for me. We are parked close to the restrooms. which is really nice since we don't have sewer. We are self-contained, but it allows us to not have to dump as quickly. They have a big sign in the back just in case you forgot where you checked into once you get here. The shower house in the back is much bigger than one in the front. Several sinks and plenty of countertop. There are 4 bathroom stalls and one of them is handicap accessible. There are 3 shower stalls. One is handicap accessible with a wider door, a large changing area. Looks like they've used a shower insert. Even though it's handicap accessible, you better watch that ledge stepping into the shower. There are beautiful flowers beside the shower house in the back. An interesting tidbit about Oceana is there's boulders. They can either be a nuisance or they can be handy backing in. This is our site. We do have 30/20 electric, as well as a water hookup. This site's worked out well for us. There's Fred enjoying some sunshine. There's not a whole lot of sunshine here, so you better enjoy it while you can. Down the middle portion and the back of the campground, they've put a rope to make sure you know you're not crossing the line.
What's going on with your arm there?
Well, it's been a rough week. We've had to learn to be left-handed, but I normally like to run Nikita on our trike, and I decided to be brave and try to run her on our bicycle, and I crashed and burned. I have supposedly fractured my radial head, which is my elbow, and maybe a little bit further down, but we'll know more later.
I'm an old radio head.
You're right. Radial, not radio. But we're doing well. Doing well. Learning what I can and can't do with a left hand. And actually my list for can't do is not that long.
Come on, Dad, let me drive. Please, please, I'll be good. I'll obey all the signs. Really, honest. Come on, I can do it. I've watched you.